I just want to tap into your Nets world a little bit here. Why did the Nets eventually decide half of Kyrie is better than none after they said otherwise prior to the season? Right.
Yeah, I think their decision was made when COVID hit the team and was hitting teams all around the league, and they looked at their roster and they said, okay, well, what are we doing here? We've got a Ferrari in the garage that we're not willing to drive even on a part-time basis. Do we need to reassess our stand on this? And they tried to look at it logically. They took the temperature of the team. I believe Kevin Durant was vociferous in his opinion that he wants Kyrie out there, even if it's on a part-time basis. And ultimately, that's something you have to consider. When your star player, the guy that you've built your team around in Kevin Durant, feels very strongly about something, you've got to listen as an owner, as a GM, as a head coach. So I think there were a lot of factors that went into it, but the main one was the team is flawed, and they believe that Kyrie would make them better. They're trying to figure out exactly how this is going to go. I think there's still a part of them that believes eventually he'll play in home games, but getting to that point, it's been a very circuitous route to get there in the New York City mandates and then Kyrie's own personal beliefs.
Right. So that the way around it would be, I guess, for him to either take the shot or move to Pennsylvania and helicopter in? I mean, seriously.
Yeah, the second part, trust me, they were very much aware of. I think there's a faction within the team when the mandates came down initially. They read through them, and this is going back to late summer, August, September, before it was even public. Mm-hmm. It looked like there would be a loophole, a caveat that if you're not a New York City resident, this would not apply to you. Kyrie Irving lives in New Jersey. That is his state of residence. So there was a short period of time where both the Nets and Kyrie and his people thought, okay, this doesn't apply to him. He's going to be fine. And then about 7 or 8 days after they got the initial paperwork, there was an addendum of some sort from the mayor's office saying, no. That includes the tri-state, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut, if you work in New York City on a quote-unquote full-time basis. So the goalpost definitely shifted from the initial contact, and I do think that's why the Nets and Kyrie thought this was going to be pretty much irrelevant when it first came down, at least behind the scenes.
Hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.